game time, MP. You ready to put that work in?
Don't miss the next game, Nets fans. The first 15,000 fans will get their very own Nets long sleeve t-shirt. You won't want to miss that. You want to be here. We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you're having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, please text the word Nets along with your issue and situation to 55555. A member of our guest relations team will respond immediately. Thank you for your cooperation and enjoy the game. Nets fans, we still have limited tickets available for your Nets home games this coming season. See the ticket booth for more information. Hey fans, we have tickets available for upcoming Nets home games. Visit the ticket booth for more information. The National Basketball Association and the Brooklyn Nets are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from...
The playoffs have arrived, and a young duo looks to make a new splash. The Brooklyn Nets enter the postseason with the best record in the conference. But now, the stakes are higher. Will their dominance be tested as they go up against the Toronto Raptors? Round 1, Game 1, the NBA playoffs, coming up next.
It's time to kick off the postseason. Round 1, Game 1 of the Eastern Conference playoffs. And you can just feel the energy here tonight, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. This is Brian Anderson. So let's take a look at the starters for the Toronto Raptors. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Then it's Walter, then there's Emmanuel Quickley, and then for the Brooklyn Nets, they've got Jalen Brunson, Alperen Sengun out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Cam Thomas, and it's Caldwell in at the 3, the small forward. You take a look at Brooklyn, they had a great season and are expected to control their destiny in this series.
I'll tell you what, it'd be a shock if they didn't run through this series. With that said, we know anything can happen in the postseason.
Hey, Brian. Well, this is MP's very first playoff appearance, and I asked him if he was feeling nervous. He said, quote, "I'm not going to lie, there's a different energy tonight," unquote. But no, he is not nervous. He's ready for this. He said, "We're ready for this." He's sounding confident, guys.
does. MP not letting the big moment get to him. Thanks, Allie. Here's Pirtle following the bucket by Brooklyn. Walter can't get it to go. Inside. Towns, that's good.
Nice positioning and footwork on point. And Towns so smooth down there inside.
Here's Walter. Lays it up and banks it in.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really. Smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Caldwell. Here's Towns. And he comes up with a bucket.
And that's the kind of physicality you want to see from Cat, using his size down low.
Barnes passes to Pirtle. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul.
15.
Here's Quickly. And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. 5 to shoot. The rebound by the Nets. Thomas outside, down low. Here's Caldwell. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Lead passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride, so full speed, 2 points.
The Raptors have gone 1 for 3 so far. Towns against Barnes. Can't hit the free throw line jumper.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Right wing. Şengün passes to Caldwell. Brunson surveys. Pass to Thomas from outside the arc. Connects from downtown.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Well, if you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Walter, good.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
And so it's Barnes with it. He brings it up for the Raptors. 8-point game. Here's Pirtle. It's deflected.
Well, you could see how Şengün read that play and was where he needed to be to get the block.
Pass to Brunson. Here's Caldwell. Towns, left side. Thomas outside. Here's Caldwell. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep. After the massive regular season he had, it's easy to see why there was so much hype surrounding MP heading into the playoffs, Grant.
Yeah, and a lot of pressure on him, too. When a player with the highest scoring average in the league gets to the postseason, the expectations are immense.
I'd like to see the handles from Scotty coming along there. Much improved since his rookie year.
Pass to Towns. Outside Brunson. Şengün, the screen. Lets it go from deep. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
As Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, Jay in the last matchup against the 76ers played really superb basketball. He ended up with 44 points, and he also turned in a season high in the rebound department. He was a force of nature in that game. He made the opposition look utterly helpless.
It really was some night for him. He couldn't have been much better, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., there was nothing they could do to contain him. Once he got rolling, it was game on.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
Miles Bridges checked in for Brooklyn.
It's all you, MP. You got this.
Outside Barnes. Floats one. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul.
A little bit of length and a little bit. The strength that pays off for Scotty Barnes.
All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Brooklyn.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
So hits one and misses one at the line.
And Scotty Barnes just is one of those guys that's a complete player and competes.
Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Alperen Sengun. Then it's Cam Thomas, and it's Caldwell in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now here's Sengun. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Thomas misses.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Caldwell. Rebound, Toronto. Here's Barnes, and the deficit down inside single digits. Barnes has got his third bucket of the night.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. Yeah, that's why they continue to get attacked.
And he drives in. Caldwell. Good.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Climbing the ladder for the 360 flush. Ridiculous bounce.
He went so high for that one. Wow. Now here's Quickly. Jackson outside. Pass to Barnes. Lets it fly. Nice open look, but it's no good.
He loved to make him pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Raptors trail by 15. 1:52 left in the first half.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Here's Caldwell. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
And he was dominant in their last outing, and the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way, no roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And again, no good by Toronto. Now the Nets with it. It's been 8 unanswered for them. Here's Caldwell. Rebounded by Jovic. For Toronto, they've gotten 5 of their first 11 shots to fall here in the second quarter. for three. Brooklyn pulls it in. It's stolen by Pirtle. Pass to Barnes. Jackson outside. Quickly with the ball. To the inside. Here's Barnes. Tipped. And he recovers it. Banked it in off the glass. Barnes has got 9 points.
Well, we know Scotty's working on that shot. I like him getting inside, though. That's where he can use that touch.
40 seconds left in the first half of this one. Here's Thomas. No good that time. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson. Oh, and Towns with the block.
The wingspan of Towns in action, allowing him to get on the ball.
Pass to Thomas. Towns outside. Here's Caldwell. 15 points in the game. Drops in the layup for two. Caldwell's got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
And when you've got your opponent down, you don't want to take your foot off the pedal.
This is what great players try to do. They're not allowing the opposition to gain any kind of hope to try and get back in the game.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. It's the Nets, leading by 17. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And we thank you for joining this postseason broadcast, and it's been an outstanding first half for the Brooklyn Nets.
When you shoot it efficiently, the probability of winning goes way up. It also saves you wasted energy.
Yeah, sometimes teams try hard, but they're disorganized. Not these guys.
Looking at how the Nets are doing in this series. Well, guys, safe to say they're in cruise control right now.
At this point, Ernie, all they got to do is keep the car on the road, man. Just don't go off to the left or right. Just keep on keeping on.
Don't let up. Keep your foot on the gas. Take this thing across the finish line.
Sure, I'm glad you were able to drive home. Those points. It's so good. Yeah,
see what you did with that one, Ernie.
It's unbelievable. It's a gift. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And time for us to get back into it here in Game 1. Raptors trail by 17. Checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Then there's Emmanuel Quickly. Then it's Walter.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
To the right side. Here's Caldwell.
Yes, sir!
Oh!
That's what you tune in for right there.
Wow. And he goes in for the dunk.
Yeah, and for Towns, great awareness at the offensive end.
Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And so Quickly will bring it up for the Raptors. Outside Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Scotty's such a good dunker. This is why the D can't let Barnes get that deep inside.
Caldwell passes to Şengün. Thomas outside. Here's Towns. Puts up a three. Quickly with a rebound. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Barnes, no good. Nets leading by 17. Pass to Towns. Now Brunson. Here's Thomas for three. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists now in this one.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Here's Barnes. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half. Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Hurdle with a screen on Towns. The 3 from Barnes. And again, no good by Toronto. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Good. Caldwell's got 21 points in the game.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
To the middle. Here's Walter. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Pass to Barnes. There's the triple. Brooklyn pulls it in. Şengün's got rebound number 11 to the paint. Here's Towns. And he banks in the layup. Towns has got 8.
Like a matador. Olé! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Unloads from 13, and it's quickly with a miss.
Well, it's a make-or-miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot. Man, the defender really went after him.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Shooting 2. Karl-Anthony Towns.
And that one falls for Towns.
And no matter what the chatter is out there, all Big Cat does is produce on a nightly basis.
Brooklyn making a switch here. Whitehead's checked in. The Raptors also with a sub. Jackson is checked in. And so Towns nails them both. 1:56 left in the third. Quickly deciding where to go with it. Here's Jackson on the take. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. That one on Şengün. Toronto shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
With 1 shot.
Nets leading by 23. Caldwell passes to Brunson. Stolen by Quickly. Here's Jackson into the lane. Brooklyn with the board. Şengün's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating.
And right now they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Jackson for 3. Offensive rebound. The shot by Pirtle no good.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Here's Şengün. Barnes with the rebound. Barnes has got his 4th rebound in this one. Quickly outside. Here's the 3. Barnes no good.
Yeah, he's really scrambling to keep them in this game. Gotta respect that hustle.
Pass to Whitehead. Towns on a screen. The 3 is up. Gets the 3 to fall. Whitehead's got 6.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Here's Walter from downtown. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
Quickly against Brunson. Back to Quickly. Here's Walter. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Well, we know Quickly can score, but there he shows off his passing ability.
Goes up at the stripe, and the Nets tack on 2 more.
And he's going to nail these if you give him the space. That's just soft D.
The defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
And so it's Brooklyn, already up 26 points as this quarter ends. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. Thanks for sticking with us as this round 1 game can. Toronto going with almost an entire new group. Here.
It's all you, MP. You got this.
I got it. I got it.
Second chance shot. Pass to Quickly from deep. That's in. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Barnes has got his 5th assist in this one.
Now you go back to Quickly in his rookie year, he shot about 40% from deep, so shooting from long distance, not a problem.
They've got Miles Bridges, and it's Caldwell in at the 2. So that's the Nets 5.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
Pass to Walter. Inside. Here's Pirtle. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Pirtle's frame is thin, but he is a physical big man, one who's good at getting the D to be overly aggressive inside.
And he knocks down the first one. He's off on the second.
And Pirtle's been such a consistent role player on the teams he's been on. A guy who takes high percentage shots, defends with some purpose, and plays really hard for his teammates.
And the Nets miss again. Toronto has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown in this final quarter. Counted from distance.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Pass to Whitehead, down low. Here's Caldwell. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Outside Barnes. To the middle. Here's Walter. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. Barnes has got 7 assists in the game.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
Pass to Clowney. Here's Caldwell. Fires the 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Caldwell's got 26.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
Now here's Pirtle. 4 on the clock. The 3 from Barnes. And the Raptors, another 3.
And capturing the series momentum up front. This is a monster Game 1 win for the Nets.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And they have to be pleased with how they got this series started tonight. A nice 1-0 lead.
The key now is to carry the same energy forward and get that second win. These are the playoffs, so you can't afford to relax or think you've got the series in the bag.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Jay.
It was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
Barnes, it's good.
And matching the 3 from the other end, Barnes giving no ground.
Pass to Clowney, to the left side wing. And here's Bridges. Here's Clowney, covered by Pirtle. Out left to the wing. Here's Caldwell. Offline with a 3. Here's Walter, out to the right wing. Off target with the 3. The 3 knocks down the long Jay. Caldwell's got 31 points.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on. And that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
So we see the Nets taking the W here. And it always takes a lot of pressure off a team when they get the win in Game 1.
It's the most important game of the series. They've shown they know how to beat this team. The formula's in place. Now they just have to stick with it for the next few games.
And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. For Brent Behring, Grant Hill, and Ali LaFleur.
Series is a war, and you just won a crucial battle. Terrific win. Still 81 series. One game at a time. Win tonight, and the next round is in sight. There he is. Just do what you did last time.
Hey fans, we have tickets available for upcoming Nets home games. Visit the ticket booth for more information. Hey Brooklyn, don't miss Nets mascot t-shirt day. We'll be giving up free shirts to every fan in attendance to make it all show off our Nets pride. Bring asymmetry. If you are having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, please text the word NETS along with your issue and seat location to 55555. Our relations team will respond immediately. Thank you for your cooperation and enjoy.
Round one continues with a heavy dose of citrus. The Nets come in off a critical Game 1 win and are now poised and prepared as they attempt to take a 2-0 lead against the Raptors. Round one of the NBA playoffs continues.
Round one of the East rolls on. Game 2 just about ready to tip off. Playoff basketball on 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the Toronto Raptors as they look at the Nets. Well, they notched a big win in the series opener, trying to avoid a letdown here tonight. Greg, what do they need to do to maintain their momentum?
You know, Kev, first, I think they need to weather that early storm. They're going to face a desperate opponent. But once the game settles in, it's about playing smart and playing with energy. You're the favorite for a reason. Go out and show the world what you're made of.
Or if they could only hear that from you, that would guide them. That's a great piece of advice. Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Barnes and Poeltl make up the inside pair. Then there's Emmanuel Quickley. Then it's Walter. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And this is postseason play at its finest, refusing to give up shots here in the playoffs.
Clock is at 3. Goes back up. And that one's good. Quickly's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for Toronto. Brunson the pass to Towns. Here's Caldwell. And the 3 off target.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Walter can't get it to go. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Outside, Towns. The 3 ball. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Toronto, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Buries the long-range jumper.
In the always evolving game of Barnes, I like seeing him waste no time there, letting that one go.
And the basket by Caldwell.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Pass to Quickley. Here's Poeltl. From outside the arc. Walter can't get it to go. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Towns. The shot is good off the backboard.
And I'll tell you, offense comes really easy to Big Cat.
Pass to Walter. He's looking for Poeltl and finds him. Walter can't get it to go. The Nets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Thomas surveying the D. Here's Caldwell. Knocks down the 3 ball. Caldwell's got 5 points so far.
Not just a scorer, Thomas also shows he's a capable passer.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, Jay, in that last matchup against Toronto, got the job done. He scored 31 points, and he was dialed in with his shooting. Very few misses out there. And those are big numbers he put up. Hard to match. But he'll be aiming high again tonight. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Brooklyn making some changes. Miles Bridges, he's checked in for Towns. And it's Whitehead in for Thomas. Nikola Jovic is checked in for Toronto. Toronto working the ball around now. Pass to Pirtle. Here's Walter. He's guarded by Caldwell. And the Raptors miss again.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Pass to Jovic. Brunson against Quickly. The good-looking shot from the wing.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending. Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
And he slams it one-handed.
Oh, there's nothing more fun than putting a big guy on a poster. That is the definition of an aggressive play.
To the right side. Caldwell. Here's Şengün. And he uses the glass on the layup.
What you love about Şengün is that he is always working for a second chance score.
32 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Master Quickly, the three, drains it from beyond the arc. Quickly's got his third bucket of the night.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Walter. Pass to Jovic. A three from Quickly, and the Raptors hit again from deep. What a performance for Immanuel Quickley. He has been the story for the Raptors. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Back right after this. And glad to have you with us as we get going here in Game 2. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Toronto.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has...
That's the Jackson. Timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Way to go, everyone. Let's hear it for you.
Here's Walter. Fires the three. And it's Jalen Brunson with the rebound. Here's Caldwell. Defended by Pirtle. Caldwell passes to Thomas. That puts them in the lead. Thomas got his first basket.
Oh, Thomas can be scary when he's getting points inside. That really rounds out his game.
Pass to Quickly. Here's Pirtle. Still scoreless. Here's Walter. Guarded by Caldwell. 4 on the clock. Takes a three. They grab their own miss. Basket good. Pirtle's got it all tied up now for the Raptors.
Is one of Pirtle's greatest strengths, his offensive rebound. He just has a nose for finding second chance points.
And the basket by Caldwell.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
Nets leading by 3. Şengün passes to Caldwell. And it's Towns missing.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
The steal. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Here's Brunson. Pass to Towns. Brunson, hard finish inside.
Playing bigger than he looks. Brunson has a lot of heart.
Here's Walter. Sinks the triple. Walter's got 5 points so far.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Here's Şengün. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Pass to Barnes. There's 39 seconds left in the first half of the game. Just 4 to shoot. And the rejection by Towns.
A firm denial by Towns, knocking it away with that tremendous length.
That bucket in no time at all. And it's a 7-point Nets lead.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
Quickly looking it over. Pass to Pirtle. Here's Walter. 9 feet out. And that one goes long. And we've reached halftime in this one. Nets out in front. They're up by 7. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn.
Welcome in, everybody. Game 2, and it's looking pretty good right now for the Brooklyn Nets.
They're moving at a high speed. When they get in space, they really push the pace. Makes them hard to keep up with.
Yeah, several times the defense couldn't get back. That created all sorts of mismatches.
Looking at how the Nets are doing in this series. They were able to hold serve in Game 1, but they'll need that same effort to make the most of their home court edge.
Yeah, don't get comfortable. It's only one game. And it was a game that they were supposed to win.
Yeah, but you got a great chance to take a commanding lead in this series, Shaq. You could go up 2-0, and I don't see them losing the series.
Some big expectations on this game, too. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
NBA playoffs, round 1. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
Well, he was putting on a passing clinic in that first half, set up a lot of their mates.
What stuck out to me was how easily he read the defense and found those cracks for his guys to exploit.
Raptors trail by 7. And checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Then it's Walter. Then there's Emmanuel quickly. Thomas, no good.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
And it's quickly missing.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
Caldwell. And he banks in the layup. Caldwell's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nets.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Walter. Launches a 3. Brooklyn with the rebound.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Caldwell can't hit. Raptors trail by 9. And if you're just joining us, we've played over a minute here in the third. Top the key, Barnes. Quickly with it. 10 points for him. Clock at 6. Pass to Pirtle. Towns with the steal. And now the fast break. Thomas with the ball. That falls. Nice speed that time from Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists tonight. Here's Walter. He's covered by Caldwell. And no good. His first shot of the night missing.
Is it possible to rest too much? Because he hasn't been able to get into a groove since coming back in.
Toronto, they've gone 0 of 4 from the field in the second half. Yet to find the mark. Kept alive. Fires from deep. Connects from three-point range.
They don't lean on Pirtle for facilitation, but he's certainly not selfish with the ball.
Pass to Şengün. To the left wing. Three-pointer. A shot missing.
And even though he hasn't been himself, it hasn't affected his team too much. They've still got the lead.
Walter, good.
Hey, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And Toronto making a change here. Jackson's checked in.
Gigi Jackson.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And there's the drive. And the basket by Caldwell. Caldwell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, great feed there by Jalen Brunson. A terrific facilitator.
Barnes dishes to Pirtle. Pass to Quickly. And here is Barnes. Jacks up a 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. Şengün's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Caldwell. Şengün kicks to Brunson. Nets passing it around. Here's Thomas. Good, and the assist goes to Town. Thomas got 6 points.
Muscling it home. Cam finds a way on that offensive end.
Pass to Walter. Jackson in the corner. Barnes outside. And a miss there on the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Brunson. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
With how fast Brunson plays, this pull-up is really unguardable.
And so quickly we'll bring it up for Toronto. Down by 12. And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
Attention fans. Now on the court is your home squad. Get loud and let them hear you. Who wants to teach you right about now? That's right, fans. It's time to make some noise. Put your hands in the air. Let me see you.
Whitehead's checked in for the Nets. And then for Toronto, Zeke Najee's checked in for Pirtle. And it's Jovic in for Scotty Barnes. There's 1:17 left in the third. He lobs it up, deflects the pass, and stolen by Şengün. Pass to Caldwell. Here's Whitehead. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Walter's got 4 rebounds now tonight, and Shea gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitutions on the court.
called by Jordi Fernandez. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Alperen Şengün out there with Miles Bridges. Then it's Thomas. Then there's Jay, and it's Ramsey in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Great touch from Barnes. Great skill at the wing.
There's the drive. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Raptors trail by 12. From the line. Not going to go that time.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
To the middle. Here's Şengün. Outside for Thomas. Good. And it's Şengün picking up the assist.
And he's been much more assertive here in the second half, getting to his spots, executing with ease.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. A three from Quickly. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Caldwell passes to Şengün. Here's Caldwell. Now Şengün pulls up on the wing. He gets it in there. Şengün's got 4 this quarter.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus.
Now on the way to the floor, give it up for Team Height.
Barnes down low. Towns on him. Barnes can't get it to go. Brooklyn leading by 17. Off target on the 3 from Caldwell. Faster quickly. The 3. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. Caldwell. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Caldwell's got 20.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
And it's quickly missing. The Nets have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. Thomas kicks to Towns. Nets passing it around. Brunson outside. Just 5 on the clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And at the line, shooting 2, Caldwell.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. Both free throws good from Caldwell. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by.
And, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Fans are piling out the exits. Obviously a huge win here in Game 2 for Brooklyn.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And this is a team right now that is really playing with swag.
Yeah, and anytime you can go up 2-0, you are in the driver's seat. They are riding pretty high going into Game 3.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for James.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
Book it off the crossover.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
The shot's good from Nojewicz. The Nets on offense. They're on a 13-5 run here. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Caldwell. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
To the inside. Here's Najee, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul, third team foul. Shooting for Brooklyn. Caldwell. Stepping the line with 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Both free throws good from Caldwell. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's McCall. Poked loose. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. And this win puts them squarely in the driver's seat in this series. Up now, Greg, 2-zip with all the momentum on their side.
I mean, in fantastic shape right now. If they can capitalize on this victory and win Game 3, you can just about put this series to bed.
You got it. And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching tonight's presentation on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.
MP sneaking up on Steph Curry as the GOAT shooter. Woo! We really needed that one.